My phone buzzes for the third time today, and I already know who it is before I even look at the screen. Mom, of course. Maya, sweetheart, did you forget about Christmas Eve? Her voice comes through, sweet but laced with that familiar edge of concern that always makes me feel like I'm failing at something. No. Mom, I remember. I stare out the window of my small apartment, watching the snow fall on December 20th, 5 days until the blind date she's arranged. 5 days until another disaster. Daniel Wright is a lawyer, very successful. He went to Columbia. Your father and I know, Mom, you told me yesterday. And the day before that. There's a pause. Sarah called this morning. She wants your opinion on wedding venues. And there it is. My younger sister Sarah got engaged last month, and suddenly I'm the family project again. The almost 30-year-old graphic designer who can't seem to get her love life together. That's great for Sarah, I say. Trying to keep my voice steady. It could be great for you too. If you just gave these men a chance. I have to go. Mom, work deadline. I hang up before she can protest, guilt already gnawing at me. I'm not a bad daughter. I just can't handle another conversation about my perpetually single status right now. My phone buzzes again. But this time it's a text from Alex. Coffee tomorrow? Usual place? I feel something in my chest loosen. At least someone understands me without judgment. Yes, need it. I type back. Rough day? My mom's on a mission again. Christmas Eve blind date. 3 dots appear, then disappear. Then appear again. Finally, want to talk about it tomorrow? Please, I set my phone down and look around my apartment. My design work is scattered across the desk logos, brand concepts, color palettes. My career is actually going well. I love what I do. But nobody seems to care about that. All they see is my empty ring finger. Another text from Alex. You're going to be fine. You always are. I smile despite myself. Alex has been saying that to me since we were kids. Sometimes I even believe him. See you tomorrow. I text back. Then add, thanks for being you. I stare at my phone for a moment longer, then look at my calendar. Christmas Eve, another blind date. Another chance to feel inadequate. But maybe, just maybe, this time will be different. Asterisk Rose Cafe smells like cinnamon and coffee, exactly the way it has for the past 10 years. I push through the door and Mrs. Rose looks up from behind the counter, her face lighting up. There's my favorite couple. She calls out. We're not a couple, Mrs. Rose, I say automatically. The same response I've given 100 times. Not yet, she says with a wink. And I laugh it off like I always do. Alex is already at our usual table by the window, 2 cups of coffee waiting. He stands when he sees me, and I notice the tiredness around his eyes. You look exhausted, I say, sliding into my seat. Thanks. You look beautiful, too. I'm serious. Are you okay? He waves it off. Long week at the firm. Architecture deadlines are killing me. But we're not here to talk about me. Tell me about this blind date your mom set up. I wrap my hands around the warm coffee cup. His name is Daniel Wright, lawyer, Ivy League. Apparently perfect on paper. Apparently? You know how this goes, Alex. They're always perfect on paper. He's quiet for a moment, and I notice he's gripping his coffee cup a little too tightly. Maybe this one will be different. That's what I keep telling myself. I take a sip. Sarah sent me 3 wedding venue options this morning. 3, she's been engaged for a month. How are you feeling about that? This is why I love Alex. He doesn't tell me to be happy for Sarah or to stop being sensitive. He just asks how I feel. Honestly, I'm tired. Tired of being the family disappointment. Tired of blind dates. Tired of feeling like there's something wrong with me because I haven't found someone. There's nothing wrong with you, Maya. Then why am I still alone? The question hangs in the air. Alex opens his mouth, closes it, then takes a long drink of coffee instead. What about you? I ask, desperate to change the subject. Your roommate Marcus said something about you never dating seriously. What's that about? His expression becomes carefully neutral. Marcus talks too much. Come on. We tell each other everything. Why don't you date? I do date. No, you go on dates. It's different. You never let anyone get close. He looks out the window. Maybe I'm waiting for the right person. Well, whoever she is, she's lucky. Something flickers across his face, but it's gone before I can read it. Tell me more about Daniel Wright. I spend the next 20 minutes describing my upcoming date. And Alex listens the way he always does, completely focused, asking questions. Making me laugh when I get too anxious. Maybe this one will actually work out, I say finally. Trying to convince myself as much as him, Alex is quiet for a long moment. Yeah, he says softly. Maybe. We finish our coffee, and when we stand to leave, Mrs. Rose calls out, "You two are always together. When are you going to make it official?" "Never going to happen, Mrs. Rose," I call back. Laughing, I don't see the way. Alex's smile doesn't quite reach his eyes as we walk out into the cold, Christmas Eve morning. My phone lights up with a text from Rachel, my coworker. "You've got this. He'd be lucky to have you." I stare at my reflection in the mirror. I've changed outfits 3 times. My hands are shaking slightly as I apply lipstick. The restaurant Daniel chose is expensive. The kind of place with white tablecloths and waiters who refill your water after every sip. I spot him immediately. He's exactly what I expected. Sharp suit, confident posture, looking at his phone like he owns the world. Maya? He stands, extends his hand. Not a hug. A handshake. "Daniel Wright, nice to meet you." We sit, and for the first 15 minutes, everything seems fine. He's polished, articulate, charming in a practiced way. "So I just closed a major corporate merger," he says, not for the first time. 7 figures. The firm was impressed. That's great. I actually just finished a rebranding project for corporate law is incredibly demanding. Most people don't understand the pressure. The hours alone. Right, but I was saying my car is a Tesla, by the way. Did you see it in the parking lot? Just upgraded. I feel myself getting smaller with each interruption. This is going badly. I can feel it. His phone rings. "Excuse me." Important call. He steps away, and I sit there already planning my escape. When he comes back, everything about him has changed. His expression is colder, distant. "Maya, you seem like a nice person, but I don't think this is going to work out." The words hit me like ice water. "What? Why?" He shifts uncomfortably. "I'm looking for someone more accomplished, someone who matches my lifestyle and ambitions." I stare at him. "What does that mean?" "You're almost 30 and still doing freelance design work. I need a partner who's more established. Someone at my level, you know?" The restaurant suddenly feels too hot. My face burns. "Are you serious right now?" "I'm just being honest." "You understand, right?" He pulls out his wallet, leaves cash on the table. "Dinner is on me. Merry Christmas." And then he's gone. Just like that. Walking away on Christmas Eve like I'm nothing. I sit there frozen. The waiter approaches, concerned. "Miss, are you all right?" "I'm fine," I whisper, but I'm not. I'm not fine at all. I somehow pay the bill, somehow make it outside. The cold air hits my face, and that's when the tears start. I walk without direction, crying in the middle of the sidewalk on Christmas Eve, surrounded by happy couples and laughing families. Daniel's words replay in my mind, not accomplished enough. Not good enough, I'm so tired. Tired of trying. Tired of not being enough. Tired of being alone. Asterisk, I don't know how long I walk through the snow. My feet are numb. My face is wet with tears that keep freezing on my cheeks. Everyone around me is with someone, couples holding hands, families singing carols. Friends laughing together. I'm invisible, broken, worthless. My feet carry me. Somewhere familiar before my brain catches up. Rose's Cafe. The lights are still on even though it's nearly closing time. Through the window, I see him, Alex, sitting at our usual table with coffee and his phone, like he's waiting for something. Why is he here on Christmas Eve? Mrs. Rose spots me first. Her eyes widen at my tear-stained face, and she waves frantically for me to come inside. The moment I push through the door, Alex looks up. His face transforms concern, alarm, instant action. Maya? He's on his feet, crossing the cafe in seconds. What happened? I try to speak, but the words won't come. I just break down completely. His arms wrap around me without hesitation, warm and solid and safe. It's okay. I've got you. You're okay. Mrs. Rose appears with hot chocolate, whispers something to Alex I can't hear, then disappears tactfully into the back. Come on. Sit down. Alex guides me to our table, keeps one arm around me until I'm seated. Talk to me. What happened? Between sobs, I tell him everything. Daniel's coldness. His cruel words. The humiliation of being left alone in that restaurant. He said I'm not accomplished enough, Alex, not good enough for him. My voice breaks. What's wrong with me? Why am I never enough? Alex's jaw tightens. I see something flash in his eyes, anger, but not at me. For me, Maya, look at me. His hands are on my shoulders, firm and warm. There is nothing wrong with you, nothing. He's an idiot who can't recognize something extraordinary when it's right in front of him. You have to say that. You're my best friend. I'm saying it because it's true. His voice is fierce. You're talented, kind, funny, beautiful, and you deserve someone who sees that. Every single day. I've never heard him sound like this before, so intense, so certain. I feel so stupid. You're not stupid. He is. And one day he's going to realize what he walked away from, and it'll be too late. We sit in the empty cafe, Alex holding my hand across the table. Snow falls outside. The Christmas lights from the street cast soft colors through the window. Thank you, I whisper. For always being here. Always, Maya, I'll always be here. Something in his voice makes me look up, but his expression is carefully neutral. We sit together in comfortable silence, and slowly, the pain in my chest begins to ease. The cafe is quiet except for the soft Christmas music playing in the background. I've stopped crying, but Alex hasn't let go of my hand. I find myself studying him, really looking at him. When did he get that small scar above his eyebrow? His eyes crinkle when he's worried. Have they always done that? Why were you here tonight? I ask suddenly. He looks uncomfortable. What do you mean? It's Christmas Eve. Don't you have somewhere better to be? Family dinner or, I don't know, a date? I was supposed to meet someone, but it fell through. Guilt crashes over me. Oh my God, Alex, I'm so sorry. Here I am dumping my problems on you when you might be dealing with your own disappointment. No, Maya, it's not like that. Then what is it like? What happened? He takes a deep breath like he's preparing to say something difficult. Actually, there's something I need to tell you. Something I should have said a long time ago. My heart starts beating faster. I don't know why. Okay. Maya, his phone explodes with noise. He grabs it and I see his face go pale. It's Emma, my sister. He answers. And what's wrong? I can hear her panicked voice through the phone, but can't make out words. Alex stands abruptly. Is he breathing? Did you call 911? Pause. Okay. I'm coming right now. He hangs up, running his hand through his hair. My dad, he's having chest pains. Emma's freaking out. Go, I say immediately, standing. Family first, always. Maya, Alex, go. Please, let me know if your dad's okay. He looks torn, like he's physically struggling between leaving and staying. This conversation isn't over. I need to tell you something important. We can talk later. Your family needs you. He grabs his coat, then stops. Turns back. Takes my hand one more time. Can we meet tomorrow? At our spot in the park by the Christmas tree? 2 p.m.? Of course. I'll be there. Promise? I promise. He squeezes my hand, holds my gaze for a long moment, then rushes out into the snowy night. I sit back down, staring at the door he just left through. What was he going to tell me? Why did he look so intense? Why is my heart still racing? Mrs. Rose appears, sliding into the seat Alex just vacated. She looks at me with knowing eyes. That boy has been in love with you since you were teenagers. She says matter dash of dash factly dot the cave he tilts. My world tilts. What? Oh, honey. Everyone can see it but you. Asterisk, I barely sleep. Mrs. Rose's words echo in my mind. That boy's been in love with you since you were teenagers. It can't be true. Can it? I lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying 10 years of friendship through a completely different lens. The way Alex always made time for me, no matter how busy he was. How he remembered my coffee order, my favorite movies, the names of all my clients. The way he looked at me sometimes when he thought I wasn't paying attention. How he never seemed to date anyone seriously. Oh my God, I think about every failed relationship I've had. Every heartbreak. And Alex was always there, picking up the pieces, never judging, never leaving. I remember what I said at the cafe just yesterday. You never let anyone get close. And his response, maybe, I'm waiting for the right person. He was talking about me, Marcus's comment about Alex never dating seriously. The way Alex's expression changed when I talked about my blind dates. How he always seemed sad when I said I hoped this one would work out. My heart is pounding. I grabbed my phone. It's 3 a.m., but I text Rachel anyway. I think Alex is in love with me. Her response is immediate. Girl, everyone knows that except you. The real question is, how do you feel about him? How do I feel? I'm terrified. Alex is my best friend. The most important person in my life. What if we try and it doesn't work? What if I lose him? But then I think about last night. When Daniel destroyed me, when I felt worthless and alone, there was only one person I wanted to see. Alex. It's always been Alex. I think about how safe I feel with him. How seen, how valued. How I can be completely myself without fear of judgment. How my heart feels lighter just being near him. Is that love? Have I been in love with my best friend and just called it friendship? Christmas morning arrives. My phone buzzes. Dad's okay. False alarm, just stress. I'll see you at the park at 2 p.m. Please come. I need to tell you something that's been weighing on me for years. I stare at the message. My hands are shaking. I know what he's going to say. And I have absolutely no idea how to respond, but I know I have to go. Asterisk, the town square is crowded. The huge Christmas tree sparkles with thousands of lights. Families take photos. Children laugh. Couples hold hands beneath the branches. And there's Alex, standing right under the tree, looking more nervous than I've ever seen him. He's wearing the dark blue coat I gave him for his birthday last year. He's holding something in his hands. My heart is beating so hard I can hear it. Hey, I say softly when I reach him. Hey. He takes a deep breath. Thanks for coming. I wasn't sure if you would. Alex, you're my best friend. Of course I came. He flinches at the word friend and something in my chest twists. That's actually what I need to talk about. His voice is shaking. Maya, I'm going to say something that might ruin everything between us, but I can't keep it inside anymore. Alex, please, let me finish. Last night, when I saw you crying, so hurt by someone who doesn't deserve you, who can't see how incredible you are, I realized I can't stay silent anymore. I can't watch you search for someone to love you when I've been right here, loving you for the past 10 years. My breath catches. Hearing him actually say it makes it real. I fell in love with you when we were 18. You wore that ridiculous oversized sweater with a reindeer on it to our high school Christmas party. And you laughed so hard at one of my terrible jokes that you snorted. And I just knew I've been in love with you ever since. Tears are streaming down my face. Every failed relationship you've had. I was there hoping maybe one day you'd see me differently. But you never did, and I accepted that because having you as my friend was better than not having you at all. Alex, I wasn't here last night waiting for someone else. I was waiting for you. I knew you were on that date and I couldn't stay home. I wanted to be nearby in case you needed me. I always want to be there for you, Maya. He pulls out a small box from his pocket. My heart stops. Asterisk. Alex opens the box. Inside is a ring, simple, beautiful, perfect. I know this is crazy, he says, and his voice breaks slightly. I know we've never even been on a date and I'm probably ruining everything. But Maya, I don't want to waste any more time. Last night showed me that life is short and feelings don't wait for the perfect moment. He takes a step closer. I'm not asking you to feel the same way right now. I know you might not. But I'm asking you to give us a chance. Stop looking for someone out there when maybe, just maybe, what you've been searching for has been right here. Then, in front of the Christmas tree with snow beginning to fall around us, my best friend of 10 years gets down on one knee. Maya-chan, will you marry me? The world stops. People around us have noticed. I hear whispers, see phones being pulled out. I'm frozen, staring at him, at this person who has been the most consistent presence in my life. I know it sounds insane, he rushes on, seeing my shock. I'm not expecting an answer right now. I'm not expecting you to say yes. But I needed to ask. I needed you to know that you are enough. You've always been enough. Daniel's words flashed through my mind. Not accomplished enough. Not good enough for me, and then Alex's words. You are enough. You've always been enough, two men. Two completely different ways of seeing me. You're talented, kind, funny, beautiful, and you deserve someone who sees that every single day. I see it. I've always seen it. Alex, I whisper, finding my voice. I'm terrified. I know, he says, still on one knee, snow gathering on his shoulders. But why are you terrified? I take a shaky breath. Because what if we try and it doesn't work? I can't lose you. You're the most important person in my life. His expression softens. Maya, you can never lose me. Never. If you say no right now, I'll still be here. I'll still be your friend. But what if we don't try and miss out on something incredible? His words echo in the cold air. I've been looking for someone to make me feel special. To make me feel valued. To make me feel loved. But Alex has been doing all of that for 10 years. I just called it friendship. Asterisk, I look at Alex. Still kneeling in the snow, his eyes full of hope and fear and love. And I feel something shift inside me, It's not a sudden explosion of romantic feeling. It's more like a door opening to something that was always there, waiting for me to notice. I think about all the times I felt safe with him. Cherished by him. Understood by him. How my heart always felt lighter after spending time with him. How when Daniel crushed me last night, Alex was the person I needed. It's always been Alex. Maybe I haven't been in love with him the way he's been in love with me. But maybe love isn't always a lightning bolt. Maybe sometimes it's a gradual sunrise. So gentle you don't realize it's been getting brighter until suddenly you're standing in full daylight. Ask me again, I say softly. He blinks. What? Ask me again, I repeat. My voice stronger now. Understanding dawns on his face. I see hope bloom there, cautious but bright. He adjusts his position on one knee, the ring box still held out toward me. Maya-chan, he says, his voice trembling with emotion. Will you marry me? I take a deep breath, and then I do the scariest thing I've ever done. I take a leap of faith. Yes. For a moment he doesn't move, as if he can't believe what he heard. Yes? He repeats, his voice barely a whisper. Yes, I say again, laughing and crying at the same time. Yes, Alex Park, I will marry you. He stands up so fast he almost drops the ring, and then his arms are around me, lifting me off my feet as he spins me around. The crowd that's gathered around us bursts into applause and cheers. He sets me down, and his hands are shaking as he takes the ring from the box and slides it onto my finger. It fits perfectly, and I have a sudden suspicion he's been carrying this ring around for a while, waiting for courage. I love you, he says, his forehead resting against mine. I love you so much. I start, then pause. Do I love him? Can I say it? He sees my hesitation and smiles gently. You don't have to say it yet. I know you need time. I've had 10 years to fall in love with you. You need time to catch up. Asterisk, we walk through the park hand in hand, and everything feels both completely different and exactly the same. Alex is still Alex, but now I'm seeing him with new eyes. So what happens now? I ask. I don't know, he admits. I didn't actually think I'd get this far. I've imagined this moment 1,000 times, but now that it's real, I'm terrified I'll mess it up. I laugh and it feels good. 24 hours ago, I was crying in humiliation. Now I'm engaged to my best friend. We should probably tell people, I say. Before your sister finds out through Instagram. He groans. Emma is going to be insufferable. She's been telling me to confess for years. We end up back at Rose's cafe because where else would we go? Mrs. Rose takes one look at my ring and clasps her hands together. Finally, she exclaims, I've been waiting for this for a decade. Over coffee, Alex tells me about all the times he almost told me the night I graduated college, the Christmas 3 years ago when I was crying over another breakup, my 27th birthday when I said I felt like I'd never find anyone. I kept chickening out, he admits. I kept thinking, not yet. Wait for the right moment, but there is no right moment. You just have to take the chance. My phone buzzes. Rachel, oh my God, I saw the park video on TikTok. Girl, call me immediately. I show it to Alex and we both start laughing. We're going viral, I say. There's something I need to know. I say seriously. That night you said you were supposed to meet someone, but it fell through. Were you lying? He looked sheepish. I was going to tell you how I felt. I had planned it for weeks. But then you told me about your blind date and I lost my nerve. So I came to the cafe and waited, just in case you needed me. You're kind of incredible, you know that? He smiles. I've been trying to show you that for 10 years. Asterisk, it's June now and Alex and I still haven't set a wedding date. We're taking things slowly, learning how to be romantic partners instead of just friends. It's awkward sometimes. Our first kiss was hilariously terrible because we both started laughing, but it's also wonderful in ways I never expected. I realize now that I was chasing an idea of love dramatic, overwhelming, all-consuming. But real love, I've learned, is quieter. It's someone who knows you need coffee before conversation in the morning. It's someone who celebrates your small victories like they're major accomplishments. It's someone who has seen you at your absolute worst and chose to stay anyway. Alex is all of that. And slowly, day by day, I'm falling in love with him. Not the sudden, lightning bolt way he fell for me, but in a steady, growing way that feels like coming home. Last week, I finally said the words, "I love you." He cried. So did I. We were doing dishes at the time. Of all things, Daniel's rejection on that Christmas Eve felt like the end of the world. But it turned out to be the beginning of everything. Sometimes, the love you're searching for has been waiting patiently beside you all along. You just have to be brave enough to see it. And maybe, sometimes, brave enough to say yes when your best friend asks, "Will you marry me?" The end.